This video takes a look at two situations involving a mass on an incline. In one case, a block is sliding down the incline, and in the second case, the block is being pulled up the incline using an applied force. It's best to begin these sorts of problems with a free body diagram. So let's imagine that our block is sliding down an incline tilted something like this, where the angle at the bottom is given. That's our 19 degrees with respect to the horizontal. There are two forces that come into play in this problem. Three forces. There is the weight, and we may as well just put in right away that that weight is going to be broken into components, where this angle here is also theta. We're also going to have the normal force, which is always perpendicular to the surface. And in this case, we have friction. So since the block's motion is down the incline, I'm going to consider that to be my positive direction. That's a positive sign here. Doesn't quite look like a positive sign. So positive. Since it moves down the incline, then friction must point up the incline. Okay, and that's going to be important as we get to the next step here. So the questions are asking us to find the normal force and the acceleration. So the normal force has to do with the perpendicular components, and the acceleration has to do with the parallel components. So we are going to have to take a look at both directions as we go through this problem. Let me organize my space here. So I'm going to divide my space into two parts. On this side, I'm going to be looking at just, on the left side, I'm going to be looking at the perpendicular components. So in this direction, F is equal, net force is equal to ma, but there is no acceleration, so we'll say that it equals 0. This is the perpendicular direction. And then in the other side, the net force is equal to ma when we're looking at things along the parallel. So let's start with the perpendicular. We have the normal force that points away from the incline, and we have the component, this component here, of the weight that is pointing towards the incline. So those two forces will balance. F sub n minus mg cosine of theta. Those two things have to balance out to 0. So putting in some values here, my normal force will equal my mass of 2.8 times 9.8 newtons per kilogram times the cosine of 19. And from this, we get 25.9 newtons. Again, if you'd rather use 10 instead of 9.8, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so that's our normal force. And whether the problem asks me to find that or not, I am going to need that for part B of the problem, the acceleration. But the acceleration is acting parallel to the incline, and so there we need the forces that are parallel. I'm going to consider the other component to be the positive force because it points in the same direction as my motion. That way a positive acceleration matches accelerating, speeding up, and a negative acceleration matches slowing down. So that is mg times the sine of my angle, and then working against the motion is the frictional force. Friction will always be negative with the way that I set up my problems. And friction, of course, is mu times the normal force. Now these don't equal 0 because there is acceleration. If the problem had said that the block moves with constant speed, then I would set the forces equal to 0. But in this case, I'll say that they equal m times a. And then we can go ahead and put in our values. The mass of the block was 2.8 times 9.8 newtons per kilogram times the sine of 19 degrees. Our coefficient of friction is 0.2, and we have figured out earlier that our normal force is 25.9, and that is going to equal the mass, again 2.8, times the acceleration. For a little bit of algebra, we find that the acceleration is 1.3 meters per second squared. Now looking back here, just to point out something about these problems, the left-hand side of my setup always comes from the picture, and the right-hand side is going to be values that either I know or I'm trying to find. So that is the way that I will always set up my problems.